Yes guys, we are back with some more Liga MX Mexican football action. It is my mission to go to as many games as possible here in Mexico and around the world whilst bringing all of you with me. Today it's reigning champions Club America taking on Puebla. Unfortunately we won't be going to the Estadio Azteca, the famous Azteca, because it's going under renovation works for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Instead we'll be going to the Estadio Ciudad de los Deportes, the stadium of city rivals Cruz Azul, to watch this one. Before we get into the game guys, make sure you let me know down in the comment section what your predictions for this game are, and whilst you're there be sure to like and subscribe. And if you're enjoying this content guys, make sure to go over to my series called Who We Be. It's a series looking at all 18 Liga MX teams where I give you a rundown of who they are, what they represent, their history, what they've achieved, so you can get a full idea of who the teams are here in Mexico, and hopefully you can decide which team you'd want to support. The two sides are only separated by a 2-hour journey, which is something of a rivalry here in Mexico, just given how big the country is. Winning both league campaigns last season. If you want to learn a little bit more about that, I have made a video about it, so go and check that out. But basically Club America won both league campaigns last year, but this year it hasn't been plain sailing. In the first 4 games so far this season, they've lost 2 of them, including an opening day defeat to Atlético San Luis and against rivals for the title Tigres. Their drop in form this season means that Puebla are just 2 points behind them, and if they win tonight they could actually jump above Club America, which would be quite staggering given just how one-sided the recent games have been between these two. And with that all being said, I think we need to get to the stadium. Vamos! Yes guys, so this is the fit check that absolutely nobody asked for, but you're getting it anyway. We're going pretty neutral colours because I have no affiliations with either club. I'm very much so a neutral for this game. But in preparations for this, I had to make sure, obviously got my tickets from Ticketmaster, I got my fan ID. If you don't know what a fan ID is guys, basically it's just something that you need to show when you enter a stadium, just to show that you're not some sort of hooligan, that you have no bad records, and you're not wanted by the police. And fortunately, I am that. So with that being said, let's go out, let's go and get a few chelas. Chelas is just a word for beers with some mates here in Mexico City. So yeah, let's go. Bam, bam, bam. So here we are walking up to the stadium, and it surprises me given Mexican time. Usually people are late to the stadium, and here we are walking, there's no one around us, the markets are empty, no one's buying anything. And for me it's always special when you get a first glimpse of the pitch and the fans and everything. So I just like to kind of record that, show you guys a little bit of what that looks like right here. And here we are just moments before kickoff. They're playing a bit of reggaeton, just something to get the fans a bit hyped. Not too many fans in the stadium tonight. It surprised me. It was a Saturday night. I thought there'd be more. And the reason that is because people don't want to go to the stadium of the rivals, Cruz Azul. I've looked into it. Obviously the prices aren't that bad, especially in comparison to when you go to the Aztec. It's a similar price. And you can see here people are delivering drinks and snacks to your seat. You don't have to go to the concourse, you don't have to do any of that, they come to you. But yeah, the reason for people not wanting to go to this game in particular might be because Puebla, as we said earlier, the record's not that great, so people expect America to win this game quite easily. But regardless, there weren't many people. You still had some good support across there on the other side, as you can see. But generally speaking, there weren't that many fans, which surprised me, as I've been to a few games here before for America, and there's been a lot more support. And despite the record between the two, Puebla actually had some of the better chances in this first half. Okay, this effort went pretty wayward, but there wasn't really much to offer in the way of chances. This sums it up really. Terrible, just absolutely terrible. I mean, I didn't even record the whole effort because it was that bad. We're now coming to the end of the first half. Very limited action. Despite the record recently, Puebla have had some of the better chances, despite America just hitting the post just now. We're going to see how this corner goes in case anything happens, but very little action so far in this first half. No, nothing happens. It looks like half time is going to be 0-0. There was also this moment right at the end of the first half. The whistle had gone, everyone was expected to go in for half time, but the players just stayed out on the pitch. I can't explain it, I have no idea why. I've looked into it since then, there's no explanation. But everyone just stayed on the pitch for a few minutes after the half-time whistle went. No idea. The second half was much better from America. They just filled it with corners, honestly. They had 7 corners in the whole game, 5 of them in the second half. But they just didn't lead to anything. You see this one here, just wasteful. And this was another one that I recorded. It was just a short corner, played it kind of half-heartedly into the box, and as you can see here, leads to nothing again. And after 70 minutes, the stadium was silenced. Puebla scored with their only shot on target in the second half. It was a true smash and grab at this point. I couldn't believe it. And it was lovely because the fans in front of us were actually Puebla fans. They were cheering and shouting the entire game. You can see how much it meant to them at this moment. Yes guys, that's all she wrote. America 0, Puebla 1. A massive shock here in Mexico, given that America have won more league titles than any other team in the league, whilst Puebla very rarely even make it to the playoffs. So a huge surprise. It was nice in the stadium to see some fans in front of us who were big Puebla fans, seeing them sort of sing and chant throughout the game, and they looked as surprised as anyone else when they scored. So yeah, a massive surprise to everyone. I'm looking to go to more stadiums and more games around Mexico over the next couple of weeks and months. So if you do enjoy these videos, guys, make sure to let me know. We're trying to hit 500 subscribers by the end of the year. It's a massive ask, but I'm hoping with the love and support that you guys have shown over the last couple of videos that we'll be able to get there. But with all that being said, guys, it's been a pleasure. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it. And until next time, guys, peace out.